Hello students, we have learned in last lecture load bearing structure and frame structure. Today we are going to learn the composite structure. Okay, what is mean by composite structure? A structure which is a combination of framed and load bearing type is called as composite structure. So in such a type, what usually happens? The external walls are created in load bearing type while intermediate supports are given with the help of slab, column and frame. They are usually constructed for structures which are longer in length, which means having slab is more longer, and where extension strengthening of existing structure is done. Okay, so nowadays these structures are rarely seen. We can say composite structure are also the means when we choose the load bearing or framed or composite structure. In such a case, we have to do the comparative analysis of structure so that we can choose any kind of structure for the construction. So load bearing structure, frame structure and composite structure are the three types of the structure available for the construction. Okay, now let's move forward the next topic, which is nothing but the main part of structure, substructure and superstructure. Let's consider structure is in two parts. Okay, let's imagine there is a part of structure which we can see on above the ground level. Okay, and there is another part of structure which is below the ground level. Okay, so that part is below the ground level is called substructure. Substructure is nothing but the solid base under the ground that supports a building above the ground. Okay, it means what? It means foundation, columns, beams up to the plinth level or even plinth are the part of the substructure. Okay, and if we talk about the superstructure is nothing but the portion of a structure above the foundation which provides necessity utility of building with comfort, structural safety and ventilations. Okay, so let's talk about the substructure. I have said earlier also that building can be broadly divided in two parts. Substructure, the part lies below the plinth level, is called substructure. Okay, and superstructure is nothing but the part, plinth is the part of structure which lies above the ground level but below the ground floor level. So superstructure is the part of structure which is above plinth level. Okay, so plinth is the intermediate part. Remember this, ground level is different and floor level is different part. Now damp proofing course. Damp proofing course, we shortly said it as a DPC. In construction, usually we heard DPC layer, DPC course. Okay, DPC nothing but the damp proofing course. What happened? Structure is always in contact with water, so this water creates dampness inside. So this dampness hampers the structural life in addition to the unpleasant effect like bacterial growth, flecking, and pitting of plaster, paint, etc. So to avoid this effect of structure is made damp proof. Okay, and this waterproof course provided is in between substructure and superstructure to stop the dampness entering the building is called damp proof course. Always remember this. Now let's talk about the functions of DPC. So what are the functions? First one is to prevent the seepage of moisture to superstructure. Another is to keep building material or components in dry condition. Okay, if it gets wet, it get damaged now. So that's why DPC plays very important role to keep all the building material and components dry. Increase in life of painting work, enhance beauty of building, increase in life of other elements such as flooring, steel. Another function is also important, which is to control the growth of termites, which means the kinds of dampness accept the growth of termites. So which is also important function of the function of the DPC. uh, to minimize the maintenance work of structure. It is of course now when structure get wet or get moisture, so it is damp proof or it will have leakages. So after leakages we have to do lots of efforts to maintain that structure. So if we provide DPC, then it will be reduce our efforts to maintain the structure. That means to minimize the maintenance work of structure. And after as we also know that moisture also accelerate the bacterial growth. So by using DPC we can control the bacterial growth and improve hygienic conditions. So these are the important functions, all are important functions that I have listed in this video. So you have to be learn all the DPC functions. Okay, now in this figure you can see now I will show you all the components. Okay, this is the building structure. Just imagine you are living in house, and which house, if you are living in house which don't have any foundation, which doesn't have any foundation, so what you will do? What your structure will survive in earthquake or in flood condition? No, no. So all the foundation, column, beam, slab, plinth, all the components are plays very important role to maintain the safety of structure. Okay, so let's see all the building components. In this image you can see this vertical component is called column. Okay, this is the frame structure. If you can differentiate the structure now, load bearing frame and component, you can easily say this is frame structure because this is made by frames of column and beam, okay, and slab. So this is frame structure. This is the foundation. This is the beam. So horizontal member is called beam. This is structural member because it consists the load. It transfers the load to the column. So that's why we are calling it structural member, column, beam, and this is slab, or we can say roof slab. This is slab. This is beam. Okay. So let's discuss all the components one by one. First is foundation. Foundation is the lowest part of structure below the ground level, which provide a base for the structure and transmit the load of superstructure to the subsoil safely. That is nothing but foundation. इतना सारा लोड आ रहा है स्ट्रक्चर पे, कहाँ पे जा रहा है? वो हमारा वजन है, पूरे फर्नीचर का वजन है, बिल्डिंग का वजन, ये सब लोड कहाँ जा रहा है? सॉइल में जा रहा है. कैसे जा रहा है? फाउंडेशन के थ्रू जा रहा है. फाउंडेशन सेफली सारा लोड, स्ट्रक्चर का लोड सेफली वो फाउंडेशन के थ्रू सॉइल पे ट्रांसफर करता है. सो इट इज अ वेरी लोवेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर. ओके, उसका फंक्शन क्या है? First है to give support and stability to the structure by transfer of load from structure above to underlying soil. Okay. Another function is to prevent unequal settlement of structure. Unequal settlement is nothing but, I will draw some, wait. Okay, unequal settlement is nothing but if I will show in this screen. If we doesn't provide foundation, what will happen? This column will be here. Okay, this column will be, मतलब मीन्स क्या होगा कि ऊपर नीचे हो जाएगी ना बिल्डिंग. सॉइल क्या होती है? कॉम्प्रेस होती रहती है. कभी पानी बढ़ जाता है तो फिर फूल जाती है, तो फिर वो पूरा स्ट्रक्चर ऊपर नीचे हो सकता है. उसे अनइक्वल सेटलमेंट कहते हैं. ओके, सो to prevent unequal settlement of structure, foundation plays very important role to prevent lateral escape of supporting material, to prevent sliding and overturning of structure. So these are the important function which is played by foundation. Here you can see, here I am giving a diagram of foundation. Okay, so wait, this one, footing है, So it is a load bearing part of the building, typically below the ground level, so that it is called footing. Okay, so footing are also mainly strip type, mat type. Number of types of footings are there, but mainly are three types: strip, mat, and isolated. And foundation, commonly there are two types of foundation. One is shallow and another is deep. Okay, shallow means what? Shallow foundations are those who are who are less in depth. Okay, who are less in depth, minimum in depth, that are called shallow foundations. That we are going all the foundations, that is substructure, types of foundation, shallow and deep, classification of foundation, functions, that we are going to discuss in our unit 2. So here we just going through the just concept. Okay, the foundation is the, as I said, lowest and supporting layer of structure, and are generally divided in two categories. So it depends on actually load transfer. Okay, how much load your building carrying, so according to that we need to design the foundation. So we will choose shallow or deep according to the load transfer. So need of these two types foundation is soil strength, groundwater condition, foundation loads, construction methods, and impact on adjacent property. Now, uh, so these are all about the foundation, its function. Now, another part after foundation comes its plinth. If we think about plinth, so plinth is the part of the structure lying above natural ground level and below the ground floor level. It's called as plinth. So its usual height ranges from 0.6 to 0.8 meter. Then it functions like it protects from rainwater, crawling animals entering the house, provide base layer for flooring tiles. So these are the functions of plinth. Next is floor. Flooring or floor are horizontal laid elements which provide a base for occupants to use. Flooring are made from different materials like glazed tiles, natural stones like granite, kota, concrete, wood, etc. So हमें जैसी पसंद है हम वैसी फ्लोरिंग अपने घर को, या फिर ओनर को जैसी पसंद है उसके स्ट्रक्चर को हम फ्लोरिंग रख सकते हैं. उसका फंक्शन क्या होता है प्रॉपरली? टू प्रोवाइड हॉरिजॉन्टल स्मूथ गुड लुकिंग सरफेस इन एवरी रूम फॉर ऑक्यूपेंट्स टू हिज रूटीन वर्क इन हिज हाउस, टू प्रोवाइड सरफेस फॉर वियर एंड टियर फॉर रेगुलर वेज. इमेजिन करो अगर आपके घर में फ्लोर ही नहीं तो क्या होगा? एक रफ सी प्लेन प्लेस आपको मिलेगी. आपका फर्नीचर आप कहाँ पे प्लेस करोगे? कोई स्मूथ सरफेस नहीं होगा. So these are the functions of flooring. This unit is very simple. It's all about the building components. Now mezzanine floor. Mezzanine floor is nothing but an intermediate floor. Okay, intermediate floor which is open to the floor below. It is placed half of the wall on a floor which has ceiling at least twice as high floor with minimum height. So mezzanine does not count as one of the floors in building. Always remember. Okay. So wait, I will show you the image of the mezzanine floor.